welcome to this KYE interactive session. And on this session, which is a digital platform, we have spoken to people who have dreamed big. We have people who have passion, people who have gone out of the way, kuch hatke kiya hai. People have thought कि वो regular job में नहीं रहना है. They want to go out and do something different, something meaningful, something impactful than just having job security. And such people we invite on KYE Interactive to inspire you so that you can also do something out of the ordinary. And today we have a no ordinary guy. This is someone who's super special. We have a gentleman. His name is Arjun Deshpande. Welcome, Arjun.
Thank you, Know the Entrepreneur, for having me here.
Hey, wonderful. Thank you so much. And you know what, just to quickly give you guys a brief about Arjun. Arjun is one of the youngest entrepreneurs across the globe, and he has started the company at the age of 16. Well, when he came across, there were real problems which were faced by end consumers in the pharma and in the medicine industry. He said, I want to do something on my own. He's extremely passionate. He's dynamic. He's ambitious. And just in his teens, he has disrupted the age-old pharma industry for the benefit of every Indian. And he has created a company which is called as Generic Aadhaar. Well, seeing his vision, the Honorable Ratan Tata sir has joined hands with him in his journey to make quality medicines accessible and affordable to all Indians. Kya baat hai yaar? This is amazing. And not only that, he has been featured on ABP, CNBC, Z, ET, TEDx, Times of India, Aaj Tak, Your Story, World Anthem. I think this interview would just fill up the number of places that he's featured. And we are fortunate that he is here today on KYE Connect. So thank you so much for giving us the time. Welcome, Arjun.
It's my pleasure, because Know the Entrepreneur series, what you have started, it's really a great initiative to inspire the youth. That is a real need. We have to inspire the youth to do something out of the box. Really great, and I congratulate you for that.
Hey, thank you so much, and we are honored to have you here today on this platform. Well, jab business shuru hota hai, people have a lot of things which go through them, and most people start their business, at least after the age of 20, 25. But in teens, where people are mostly playing, khelte kood rahe, and how did you come up with this whole idea? What was your inspiration? Can you just share some light on that?
Sure, definitely. So as I always say, when we start something, we should be having some goal or in front of us, and why we are doing something. Okay, so when we have the answer why we are doing something, that is really important. So in my case, when I was 16 years of age, in my mind, one thing was clear, that I have to reach out to the masses to provide the affordable healthcare. I have got about the Generic Aadhaar venture idea when I used to see the pharma industry, when I used to see the outside, means foreign pharma industry, because my mother, who is in the international pharmaceutical business, as a young kid during my school vacations, I used to travel in different countries like US or Europe or Australia, because when we have a vacations, we always travel with our parents to different kind of countries. So as same like me, I used to travel to different kind of countries with her, and during the visits over there, my mother used to meet different Ministry of Health people and the distributors over there. So I found out one major lacking point in my visits with her, that the medicines are being imported by other developed countries from our country, India. And the other countries are selling our Indian manufactured medicines at very affordable price in their respective countries. So as a young kid, I in my mind, there was a huge question mark. Why in our country, if the medicines are being manufactured, most of them are from India, why not our Indian people are getting the same benefits what other country people are getting? Because as we all know, that India is one of the biggest pharmaceutical manufacturing hub for entire world. 1/3 of the pharmaceutical export of entire world is been done by India alone. So all the developed country are been dependent on India for pharmaceutical products. Like if you can take an recent example of hydroxychloroquine, which was a malaria drug, which was really highly demanded in COVID-19 pandemic, or remdesivir injection. So all this remdesivir, hydroxychloroquine, azithromycin are not a brand name. It is a generic name. So all other countries have demanded generic medicines from our country, India, because we have that productivity. So I thought if other country people are getting the benefits of our Indian products, why not our Indian people are getting that? So I figured out one important the lack point what in the traditional pharmaceutical system is going on, that only top 100 companies product are been reaching out to the end customer because of the marketing gimmick or the brand gimmick. Okay, so if we found in India, majority of the top pharmaceutical company, branded companies, we can say MNC companies, are not even manufacturing the products in their own manufacturing units. They are doing the contract manufacturing in third party manufacturers. Okay, so if you turn the strip, you will be seeing some brand name. Okay, but if you see down, there will be in small written manufactured by XYZ pharmaceutical manufacturing unit. So that will be a good manufacturing facilities, no worries for that. But all the gimmick is of the marketing. So we at Generic Aadhaar also, we take the products from good manufacturing facilities from where MNCs are taking. The cost price for Generic Aadhaar is 10 rupees, and for MNC also, when they purchase from the manufacturer, is 10 rupees only. But they sell the same product, 10 rupees product, at 1000 rupees. Generic Aadhaar sell the same product at 100 rupees. So there is a huge difference because of the we are not doing any kind of marketing, or we are not spending more on the middleman chain. Okay, so we are giving the benefit to the end consumer. So as you asked me about my inspiration, so when I saw that how if the senior citizens and the pension holders are dying due to unnecessary high price of the medicines, that hurts me a lot. So that is one of the biggest inspiration for me, that I have to reach out 130 crore of the Indian people, because medicines are not the luxurious expense. It is a basic necessity of every individual, and every individual should get that. So that was my one of the vision clear in front of me, and I started Generic Aadhaar venture.
That's a very noble thing to do. Something that actually moved you when you were traveling, when you were going all along with your mom and all of that. So anything particularly that if you remember, something happened and that just clicked you. Okay, maybe incidents which obviously you said this is something which was your study, which was your realization. But anything that clicked that okay, you know what? Now obviously yes, this is a challenge, but I should take up, I should stand up and make a difference to this challenge. Ye kahan se hai? Where did this come from?
So, as you ask about the challenge, one of the biggest challenging part in the venture was to reaching out to the end consumer. Okay, so I was having the vision to take the products directly from the manufacturers, but how I can reach out to the end consumer or the direct people who needs the medicines. So that was the biggest challenging part for me. So I have planned one side that I will take the manufacturers who have the WHO GMP. I will directly contact them. I will take the medicines manufactured. We will be having a good team for that. But how I will be reaching out to the end consumer? So that was a very challenging part. But that part we have triggered with the very important factor in the pharmaceutical industry is the retailer. Okay, so we all know there are 10 lakh plus medical store owners who are already existing into the market. Okay. Nowadays, we all observe that the small medical mom and pop stores near our surrounding region are suffering badly because of the huge competition coming up. So it may be from the big medical malls or the online pharmacies. So we have observed that the online pharmacy people are coming and giving the products in the society where the small existing shop is been situated down. So that hurts the small medical, because he's running his medical from morning 7 and he's closing at 11 o'clock in the night. If he's doing the hard work and the medicine has been supplied by third from the hub of some other major cities, so that hurts him a lot. So I figured out, if we take the small mom and pop stores under the roof of Generic Aadhaar, if we aggregate them with our brand, with our support, that will make a difference to them, because they also need that someone should be there to support them. No one is there to support them. All the MNC companies are only giving 5 to 10% profit margin to them. No one is standing with them in today's global competition. So I thought, if we take give the brand of Generic Aadhaar to them, and if we give them a real life, definitely that can help them to survive. And at the same time, we can help them as well, and we can help the end consumer by giving up to 80% discounted price as compared to branded counterparts.
Wow, that's brilliant. So I think this is a very smart move that you were able to think through. I'm really impressed what you were able to figure out कि कैसे इस problem का solution निकाल सकते हैं. Also any other challenges, because जब आप business शुरू करते हो, so obviously as a young business owners or a young entrepreneur or people who are aspiring, what would you tell, in your journey, what were the hurdles that you faced? So this was one hurdle. So any other hurdles जो आपकी journey में है, which people can learn from you?
Sure. So first of all, age. When we say about at the age of 16 or 15, when we start, so people won't trust you easily. Okay. So in my case also, at the initial level, I have to go to the retail stores, okay, who were running the store from a decade. Okay. So they were having a good experience into the field, but they were definitely for them that was really a huge competition coming up, and they were admitting that they are facing a huge competition and all that stuff. So that was one of the because when you are at very young age, people don't trust you easily. But if you have the knowledge, complete knowledge about them or their problem, and if you give them a right solution, so your age part will be not in front of them. So in my case also, I have studied all the things properly. I done a good survey. I done a good research, because when we go and talk with a person who have the experience of around 10 to 15 years, okay, down the line in the same industry and the medical store, he knows all the things in detail. If we have to talk with them, or if we have to give the solution to the problem, we should have a good background study about the industry or the traditional way, how they are working on, what are the big challenges. So in my case, I have done all the things. When I told, because the medical store, he was around the person, they were two brothers, their age were around, one was around 40 and one was around 55, something like that. So when I discussed with them about this kind of thing, that time Generic Aadhaar name, I have not even decided Generic Aadhaar should be a brand name of my venture. I was just having a solution to a big problem. I just gone to one store. I told them, this is the problem in front of you. Big medical malls are coming. Your customer are being taken by the big medical malls. So if you want to grow, if you want to scale in your local area, you should give something. You should have some USP with you. So a unique selling thing, if you have that, then only customer will be coming to you, the consumer will be coming to you. So I given them a solution that we can give up to 80% discounted price in generic medicines, and people can come to you more, and we can give 40% profit margin to the retail store owners, because we have cut down all the middleman costs. So we are only giving high profit margin to the retail stores. At the same time, we are giving discount price to the end consumer. So we balance both the things. So if we saw the big challenge at the retail level, they are lack in the software or the technology part. So they don't know how to manage the inventory. They were lacking about the software and all that stuff. So Generic Aadhaar makes sure to take that new digital world with Generic Aadhaar to give them a billing and purchase software. We can do all the billing part and purchase part. So the inventory management. So if many of in COVID time, also many businessmen from different industries, real estate, textile, or hotel industry, have taken the franchisee of Generic Aadhaar. So as Arjun Deshpande, now I'm not only making people, I'm not only creating jobs, but going one step ahead, we are also creating people entrepreneurs. So when we say entrepreneurs, so people from different industries who have faced in COVID-19 pandemic, we are also giving them opportunity to start the own medical store in his or her region. So if any business owner is not willing to sit for 12 hours or 15 hours in one store, so it is becoming easy for him to only operate the business and appoint a pharmacist in his or her store, and having a software, he can manage all the inventory from any corner of the world. So that kind of technology support Generic Aadhaar is giving. So the minor challenges definitely from technology part or medicines part definitely will be there. So I am tackling that as well.
That's super awesome. I think, I would love to quickly summarize in this challenge what I could understand from my end is you have to firstly study the market. That's what Arjun did. The first thing, he studied the market. Second, he identified what are the problems that the customer is facing. And he did not say that I know the problem. He said, I am coming up with a solution. सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम नहीं समझ रहा हूँ, आपकी सोल्यूशन भी दे रहा हूँ, सोल्यूशन which is multifold, which is benefiting the end customer as well as the retail store owner. That is the best way of building the rapport. So आपने rapport भी कैसे build किया वो भी बताया कि when it was these guys were 40 50 and Arjun was 15 or 16, how do they take him seriously? The moment they understand that Arjun has a solution for their problem. So come up with something like that, back up with technology, because if you can come with a support of technology can be the multiplier effect, which is where Arjun is not only now sticking to just one industry, I think multi-industries it's possible just because the technology part and understanding the problem. That's absolutely phenomenal. So Arjun, just quickly to ask you here, what are the factors that are giving you a feeling of accomplishment? Is there some kind of accomplishment? How does that feel?
So I personally feel that we have only reached 1%. We have to go very long side, okay? Because from a personal note, today Generic Aadhaar have reached 150 plus cities, but I know the opportunity, or we can say the problem is for 130 crore of the Indian people. So when I say 130 crore of the Indian people, so every individual needs the medicines. And at Generic Aadhaar, we have not reached out to every end consumer. So we have making our brand awareness to every individual, but at the retail level, now we are expanding rapidly. So we are not only focusing on urban cities, but we are also focusing on rural cities, because the real need is in the 3-tier cities. So when one of the most important part, I feel that a very good thing for me, because when I go to inaugurate any of the store, any of the franchisee store, one thing I personally feel very good that over the senior citizens are over there, and they just give me the blessings that beta aap jo kar rahe ho, that have helped us a lot, because unko jo medicines ka monthly bill hai, agar aap koi bhi rural city mein jayenge, so there 5,000 6,000 7,000, and people over there, they cannot afford that. So if we are giving the same medicines at around 800,000 rupees, they are saving around 5,000 to 6,000 rupees. They are saving on the monthly bills. So that blessings of the senior citizens are really very important at my age for me. So that inspired me to do more into this venture and to expand the venture more out of the country.
That's brilliant. I think the sense of accomplishment which he strongly says is the blessings that he's getting because he's making a difference. So I think if you are there to make a difference, things will happen. So there is just one more thing here in terms of because you had to expand, you need investments, right? So if somebody has a good idea, somebody who wants to actually go out, how do they approach getting investments? Uske liye kya karna chahiye?
First of all, first main important thing, seed investment. अगर हम लोग अभी many young entrepreneurs on Insta or LinkedIn approaching me, means I love to hear the ideas of the young entrepreneurs, youth coming in front, because now many people or the many students in the age of 20s or 22 are coming and sharing the ideas with me. That means that can be from one entrepreneur I saw. He was from the agriculture space, or one was from the solar energy space. So they have good ideas, but the main lack point, they are not having the seed investment with them. Okay, so now I am making one platform from where we can invest into around 10 to 15 startups who have the good ideas, from where they can get the good initial level capital to start their business. But when they come to me, I just tell them one quick thing, that you should first, if you have an idea, everyone in the surrounding regions, everyone have the idea, but how we execute that is very important part. Because if you ask a person 70 years, or if you ask a person college going student also, everyone will be having an idea. Or if you ask them, have you thought to start a business, everyone will be saying, yes, I have thought to start a business, but they have not started practically. Okay, so in evening everyone have an idea at 6 o'clock, but in the morning they go to the regular routine. So I always tell the young founders or young entrepreneurs who are coming up with the idea that if you have an idea, you should execute that at your local level. If that got successful, definitely everyone is there to support you. But if you not start only, and if you told that I am having an idea, if in my case also, Generic Aadhaar was a really amazing idea. If we got means if we tell that to anyone, but no one will invest in that at the early stage. If I, as a Arjun Deshpande, if only have an idea, but if I execute that, I show the people what different Generic Aadhaar can make into the everyone's life. That matters. So now everyone after COVID also, none of the investor puts the money on the ideas. They put on the execution, how your business go in next 10 years time or 20 years time. So I feel young entrepreneurs should execute the in the local area. Definitely all the people will support them, but execution from the idea to execution, that is most of time that we have to take a charge of.
Wow, wonderful. I love this learning. I mean, this is the brilliant one. You might have an idea, but until unless you don't execute, you have to show it works. You can't just say, oh, I have an idea. You have to show it works. You have to go and do the hard work also. And then you can attract a lot of investment. The way even right now we have Arjun who is ready to invest in startups, but provided आप उसको display करके दिखाओ, देखो ये work कर रहा है, you have all the data, you show the customer base, I think things can move. That's brilliant. So Arjun, right now quickly, just two questions remaining for you. How has this venture changed you? You know, as a person, is there any transformation that you see in yourself?
Responsibility. When we say I'm means now people, I'm having a responsibility of all the employees at Generic Aadhaar, or we are creating direct indirect employments across the nation. So now we have created around 3,500 direct indirect employments across the nation. And by next year, we have planned to create around 10,000 employments across the nation. So when we start a venture, responsibility will come with that. So as Arjun Deshpande, so as a young kid, now I'm not only working for me, I'm working for this all people, because their family is been dependent on that work, and end of I have to be more responsible. Whatever step we are taking from Generic Aadhaar, that it is one of the things. As entrepreneur is a word, but behind that there is a huge story of huge things to do. Okay. So as a founder, I have read recently. So as a founder, no one is there to tell you what to do from your own. So that is really very challenging part. So if you tackle that, you can top one man. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. I think the sense of responsibility which you have to making a difference to, I mean, right now 10,000 is the initial target, and plus going bigger. That's brilliant. I think I'm in love with what you're doing. I mean, I am totally inspired and charged. And as you were saying, thodi der pehle, you know, even if you're 20, 22, or even if you're 40, 45, you know, whatever Arjun is saying here, you can just implement that. It will make a big difference to your business also. So before we close this, you know, final words of wisdom from you. We would love to hear something as somebody who's starting their journey. What would you give as an advice if you had to give them? If you were to tell them, okay, ye do ya teen cheezein, this is what I would love to tell. So go ahead if you have some final words of wisdom.
So I always take advice from Honorable Ratan Tata sir. So now if I have to, means he is my one of the he is a mentoring to me, inspiration to me and all of us. So one important thing I will love to say that we as a youth of India, we are fortunate to get Ratan Tata sir in our country India, because we can learn many things from his life journey. So we should learn many things from Ratan Tata sir's life journey. And one more important part over here, that if we as a youth, we have to always take in our mind that we should be a job creator, not a job seeker. So when we say we should create jobs for our people of our country, because our government is saying we have to make India as a 5 trillion economy or 10 trillion economy, our Indian youth is going to play a very important role in making India as a 5 trillion economy and 10 trillion economy. So every individual role is very important for country's development. So every individual should do something small or big, that doesn't matter. but if we are giving employments for our country and we are creating jobs, so that matters. So we should be a job creator as you should be a job creator. So that is one of the thing I would love to say.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. And you know what? Just one thing that you have also, you know, as you said, we should model, you know, the best people in the world, and no better than Ratan Tata. You are modeling him. You told people should follow him, and we should be job creators, not job seekers. I love that. So just one thing that, you know, while in interaction, since you have been mentored by the best, okay, by Ratan Tata, what is that one amazing learning that you've got from Ratan Tata that you would love to share with everybody? One learning from Ratan Tata personally.
There are many learnings on the daily basis means I am working with him. So there are every minute is a new learning when we are with him. So for one important learning, what I would love to say is the ethics. So ethics we have to learn from Ratan Tata sir. The for the country or for the people, we should not change our ethics any point of time. If our ethics, we are stick to our ethics now, so many things not immediately but in the long term we get the benefit. Or see, many things, if for the short goal or the short success we sacrifice, or we sacrifice our ethics, so that is not good. So we should stick to our ethics of the product quality or the giving the good things to our staff. So all this small things matters in building to convert your startup into a organization. So that is really very important part. I am learning the ethics from him a lot.
Wow, that was an amazing takeaway. I mean, this one of the best interviews that I have experienced. There was so much of learning. I love the energy that you're carrying. Love the calmness that you have. The way you are able to, you know, put into words the thought process. And you are in the, you know, August company of Ratan Tata sir. So obviously it is rubbing on you. And I wish you to be, you know, someone just like him, creating opportunities for a lot of people across not just India but the globe. So at this moment, I would really want to thank Arjun, you know, for coming on the KYE platform, sharing your story, sharing the nuggets of information. I mean, this is going to be very inspiring for a lot of young minds and everyone, actually, you know what. So genuinely, you know, Dil se thank you so much, Arjun, for being here and inspiring all of us. And KYE wishes you all the very best for your future endeavors. And I am sure, you know, all your dreams will come true.
Thank you very much for having me here today.
Hey, thanks a ton. Thank you so much.